Good afternoon, everyone. Today happens to be a good day for us and a new day as well. We are going to continue our lecture on what we started some weeks back. And this is going to be on psychological assessment. Psychological assessment. How you'll be able to get to know that someone is having a psychological problem is what we generally say psychological assessment. And in our week 4 of this particular course, we shall discuss the theories of personality, objectives of personality tests, projective personality test, and how we can interpret personality test. So when we say a personality test or assessment, what does it mean? It means our ability to use a standardized test to be able to ascertain people feelings, people behaviors, people thinking, people emotions, and so on and so forth. So basically, personality assessment is about we using the psychological test or tools that are made available in ascertaining the pattern of behavior someone exhibits, the pattern of emotion someone shows, the pattern of interaction the person does in his life. And these are hinged on personality theories. And the personality theories are propositions that we use in explaining personality. There are several personality theories, and we have assembled before you a few of them. The first on the table is psychoanalytic theory by Sigmund Freud. Sigmund Freud was interested in the unconscious mind, the early childhood experiences, which influences our personality. His theory hinged on the id, ego, and superego, which are the personality structures. And again, he was interested in how we are able to withstand the issues of the personality in terms of the interaction and the conflict between or among the id, the ego, and superego, and how to work out them so that they will not affect the way a man will feel. And that is what we term as defense mechanism. Another theory that has a role to play in us, let me go back and talk about the Sigmund Freud issue. The unconscious mind, there are things that are beyond our thinking. We only get to know things in our conscious mind through slip of tongues. When you are doing something and you never thought of saying something that is hidden, and suddenly you say it, it's a slip of tongue. And as soon as you say, I never expected to say it, but I've said it. Once you say it or you have that in mind, it's a slip of tongue. And we can also get to know things in our unconscious mind through dreams. So you dream about a situation and you are able to make meaning out of that. And remember, not every dream is a dream or a good dream. Some dreams come as a result of a party you went for, or you take alcohol and you dream that you were in a plane. Please, that dream is not what we are talking about. You can also get to know your issues in the unconscious mind through free association, where you are allowed by a therapist to talk your heart out, everything that is going on in your life, you say it. So the therapist is able to jot or catalog and tell you where the issues are coming from. And the personality structure, the id. The id is the one that we term as the monster in us, that operates on a pleasure principle. And many children are governed by the id. They need something here and now without recourse the fact that mother or father do not have the resources to other than that or to offer them what they want. Even in adulthood, when you are interested in sexuality or sex, you don't consider whether your partner is in the mood or not. You jump on them and you force them to have sex. That one too, you are governed by your id. So when you are thinking about immediate gratification, it means you are being controlled by your id. Immediate satisfaction, you are being controlled by your id. The second personality structure is the ego. Ego operates on the reality principle, where you try to judge the pros judge the pros and cons of the behavior before executing it or before exhibiting that. So if you are interested in a woman, you go and negotiate. When you go and negotiate and you practice sex, that one is acceptable. It's acceptable. And this one, it tries to serve the purpose of defending you from the id behavior or the id drives. The last one is the superego that operates on a moral principle. They do not want to have any negative thing in your life. And the superego always pride societal harmony, nothing else. So the superego, according to Sigmund Freud, is always in conflict with the id. And the only thing that will come in to solve the problem is the ego. So assuming your community, they say fornication is prohibited, so you must not do it. But your id is telling you that you must go and enjoy yourself sexually. And the community also say you cannot do it. So the community here is the superego. And the id here is your drive. So the ego will come in and tell you that, yes, the community say you cannot do. And your drive says you should go and do. So why don't you go and look for a place, hide, and do it so that no one will see? That is why you and I, we have been doing it, whilst we have not been sanctioned to do. Your father and mother says don't do, yet you do. Through the ego. And that is how the personality structure works. And according to Sigmund Freud, always, all the time, these three personality structures are always in contact interaction, and the conflict comes in between the id and the superego. And the ego comes in to solve the conflict. And we can solve the conflict, some of them, through the defense mechanisms, which are many. We have the second personality theory, the trait cartel theory. Trait cartel theory. They propose, we have the Gordon Allport theory, we have the Raymond Cartel theory, we have Ising's theory, and we have the Big Five model. So we shall talk about all this. Cartel learned from Sigmund Freud and developed a 16-factor personality theory, or 16-dimensional personality theory, which are used to describe the way and manner we are and the way and manner we do things. And Ising also proposed 3-dimensional theories, and they are the extraversion, neuroticism, and the psychoticism. And the Big Five personality theory also has the ocean, where we have the O representing the openness, C representing the conscientiousness, and then the E representing the extraversion, A representing the agreeableness, and then the N representing the neuroticism. So all these are personality factors that come to play. But most often than not, when you are being asked of personality theories, we are quick to say the ocean, that is the Big Five personality model. Big Five personality model, and that is the ocean: openness, conscientiousness, extraversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism. So if you are extraverted according to Ising, it means you are outgoing. If you are neuroticism, it means you are emotionally stable and anxious. And if you are psychoticism, you are always angry. You are always angry in your life. But if you come to the 5 personality theories, we have the openness, being creative and conventional, follow rules and regulations. You are open to discussions and the rules and regulations. We have the conscientiousness, where you are organized. Sometimes you can be careless, extravert, sociable, or reserved. Agreeableness, you cooperate or you become antagonistic. Neuroticism, you can be emotionally stable or you can be anxious in your life. And that is what we have now. We are left with just 9 minutes to go. 9 minutes to go, because I'm using the free version of Zoom. So when it ends, I'll end and then come back again with a new link. So be watchful of that. We have the humanistic. We have the humanistics. They emphasize on self-actualization. And that one is the view of Abraham Maslow. We have Carl Rogers, who says you can grow when you are given that opportunity. And the Rogerian self-concept is what we have: the ideal self and the real self. Ideal self is what you wish to be, and then the real self is yourself now. So they say people can grow when they are loved without question mark, and that is what we term as unconditioned positive regard. Unconditioned positive regard. We equally have the social cognitive theory by Albert Bandura. And they are saying that we learn and build our personality through observation of other people. So modeling is a key concept here. Modeling is a key concept here. And if you are able to do or mimic a particular behavior for a good way and say you have done it perfectly, that is what we term as self-efficacy. Self-efficacy. And we have the reciprocal determinism, which is behavior is as a result of the interaction between your person thinking and the environment the person was born into. Behavior that you behave or you show is as a result of your thinking and the environment you are born into. That is what we term as reciprocal determinism or triadic determinism. We have different types of objective personality tests. The Minnesota Multiphasic Personality Inventory, which we discussed the last time, which contains 567 true or false items, which we use in measuring different personality traits and psychological disorders in you. The scale includes clinical skills, validity skills, and we have the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, MBTI, Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, based on the Carl Jung view. And we have those that measure extraversion, introversion, sensing, intuition, thinking, feeling, judging, and perceiving. And it provides 16 personality types according to Raymond Cattell. We have other one, the Neo Personality Inventory, Neo PI3, based on the Big Five Personality Inventory, the 16 Personality Factor Questionnaire by Raymond Cattell that assesses personality trait, the ISENC one, where we have psychoticism, neuroticism, and then extraversion. So we have advantages of personality test or objective test. They are standardized and easy to administer. Here it means they have met or they have started a test of time and we can use it. They are suitable for large-scale assessment, and the limitations are this. Sometimes they can be biased, and it's limited in capturing what you have within you, a deeper thought or deeper thinking. We also have projective tests. Projective tests. They use ambiguous stimuli to uncover your unconscious thoughts, desires, and conflicts. Why is it projective? It's able to project what you have in you, what you have within you that no one knows. We're using that, we can use it to get to know what you have in us. And there are several. We had the Rorschach-Inkball test created by Herman Rorschach. We have done this before. We have the thematic apperception test created by Henry Murray. We equally have the sentence completion test, which was being proposed by Draw a Person test or Hosprey-Tarson test. We equally have the advantages of them. It uncovers your unconscious thoughts and emotions. They are useful for exploring deeper personality structures, and they are less susceptible to faking or those who don't want to tell the truth. But then the scoring becomes subjective and interpretation as well, and lower reliability and validity compared to the objective ones. It means these ones are subjectives. How do we apply these tests in counseling? If you want to know someone's career path, you can use the MBTI and the 16PF to know where the person is driving so that you can map the person's future career. We can also use that for clinical basis or clinical tests so that we can assist people to understand the disorders that they have. And we can usually use that for therapeutic purposes. So we have this for you. We have this way. I want you to group yourselves, and I'll put that on the page of your course rep to present that to you. Then you use it to do a lot of assignment for me. You'll be having a quiz on this particular course. You'll be having a quiz, but then you'll be doing group assignment and group presentations. So group yourself into, you are 18 now, group yourself into 4-4 and do this assignment and submit on the next face-to-face meeting that we'll be having. So do that for me. Do that for me. And another one will follow. Another one will follow. I'm going to present to you personality inventories. So you select and administer Each group choose 2 personality tests. Members review the instruction and ethical guidelines, and the administrator conduct the test while others observe and record the responses. Scoring. Raw scores are converted into standardized scores using test manuals. So, group analyze personality tests and the strengths and weaknesses, discuss the focus of the real-world implications of them. So, I'm going to take a screenshot of these two, submit to your course rep to put it on your page, and we shall use that one as well. And I'm going to give you the test. I did this earlier. So then you discuss and report, and that will end the lecture for the week 4. That will end the lecture for week 4. Any question? You have just 1 minute or 2 minutes for the question or clarification. Then we move on to the next unit. Any question, please? Any question, please? Any question, please? All right. Thank you very much. It's like we have no questions. I'm going to end this class and then give you a new link to join, because Zoom, I'm using the trial version and it's just 1 hour. It's just 1 hour. Thank you very much, and stay behind the scene for that.